Hey guys! Welcome to the next episode, well, to the Tefi's solo session. And let's just get right into it.
Yay.
So you wake up on the floor of what appears to be a crystal cavern. Upon standing up and looking at the walls, you notice your memories inside the walls.
Oh boy.
A voice calls from behind you, saying the words, "You used to be so happy."
Gee, I wonder what happened.
And then when you turn around to face the voice, you see that it's your sister, who looks exactly the same as the day she died.
Ah, heck.
Yep. And that is literally all I wrote for that.
Heck. Uh,
I knew I should have written more, but
hmm.
I don't know. I still wanted to
Hmm.
keep your choice in here. I didn't want to take it
Yeah,
all
I'm
away.
just, yeah. Uh, um, I stare at her for a while and give her the most hurt look.
She asks what's wrong.
Tefi sighs and gives her another look. A look of you know what's wrong.
Oh, that's all she says and just kind of looks away. You realize something. Well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. This is not very good so far. Oh well, press on! She asks what you've been doing ever since that day. Ever since the day that you murdered her.
With a slight grimace, he fully turns
Uh,
and says, after that night, I locked myself away. I didn't want to be this monster, the one that you. I promise. I promised to protect you, and look at what I've done. I couldn't even do that.
it's not your fault, though.
How is it not my fault? How? Tell me. I've made that decision. I unleashed something I shouldn't have. And look at where that got me.
You were under the control of a curse. Under the light of the blood moon.
Why? Why was it me? Why did you have to?
Luck is very cruel, isn't it?
Indeed.
We never get to choose what we want to do. Or what we are.
With one more sad look, Tefi lowers her head.
Hey, look at me, she says.
Slowly, Tefi lifts to face her sister once more.
And when you look back, she's injured, just like how she looked when she was first died. Everything that happened wasn't your fault. You couldn't do anything about it. Oh.
Tefi stares at her solemnly. Sighs, and says,
I think you
I
cut
don't
off. Oh,
know.
nope.
Heck.
There you go. This is why we need the other everyone else.
Yeah.
Hopefully next solo session will be better.
Okay, so Tefi sighs, looks slowly at her sister, and says, I don't know what else to do. I locked myself away. I hadn't done anything. I don't know what I I don't know what I did. I didn't talk to anyone. I I can't keep doing this.
Maybe
I
it's time
keep
to
living with this monster.
maybe it's time to slay the monster.
How?
Suddenly she turns into the beast that's in your mind. A giant grizzling, giant growling tiger animal, whatever. Quite a weird change, isn't it?
Tefi gasps and backs away
Well, you just kind of
slow.
backed yourself into a
Kind
wall.
of. Yeah, exactly.
The beast no longer has uh your sister's voice, but your own. And it says, what? You can't face the beast that you've become?
Tefi remains silent, giving a slight hurt look, and then moves her head to the side. How can I face you? You're what's been haunting me. You're the one that killed my sister. You made me what I am. Why should I be able to face you now?
Because it's been years. I don't know.
Years. Years. Yes. But what happened back there? Why? With the cave in front of my friend. Why?
And I think he cut off again.
Ah, dang it.
It's fine.
Okay, let's try this with the mic closer.
I think it may just be Discord being strange.
Mm, I'll say it anyways again. Let's see what happens. Why? Just
Guys,
in front of all of
shh.
my friends in the cave. What? Of all the times you could have come, why did you?
It was
Tefi clenches a fist.
it was the moon or something close to the moon. I had that
Why should I?
itch to come out again.
Why? Why the moon of all things?
You already know the answer to that. And the beast tries to attack you.
Tefi's eyes widen in fear. She shields her face with her arms and braces for any impact.
The beast eats you, but you what feels like death, you come back and from behind it. You'll just be in this vicious cycle until you face me head on.
What am I supposed to? I know if I ask you, there's no way you'd give me the answer to defeating you.
Fight. Now, I
Fight,
want you
huh?
to take a second to think about this. Can you truly trust that answer that gives you?
Fight, huh? You know how weak I am now. Fighting an inner demon of myself. You'd rip me to shreds like you did to my sister.
We're on a level
Tefi wants.
playing field here.
How? How are we on level ground?
Haven't you noticed? Didn't you just notice? You can't die here. Not like that really mattered in the real world either.
Just because I can't die here doesn't mean that I can't suffer.
I want you to know that if you do not fight me, you'll be stuck here for all eternity. Stuck in your own mind. Dying over and over again.
How do I know to trust you?
Because I live it every day. You may not know this, but you have fought me several times before. In your dreams. When you transform, you try and fight back. But I can tell now that you're getting sick of it.
I wonder why.
Any action you want to make here at the beast?
So, okay. Still with her back towards the beast, take a couple steps forward, not hitting the next wall in front of her.
Okay. Give it a second and then re-say what you just
Giving
said.
her enough room.
Because it's like your voice is glitching out here.
Oh, heck. Okay. With Tefi's back still to the beast, she takes a few steps forward, but doesn't reach the wall in front of her. And then she caref- she carefully looks over her shoulder back at the beast, faces the wall, takes a breath, and she makes an attempt to strike.
Alright. I'm gonna change up the system and hopefully everyone watches this. Everyone in the session watches this so they know the changes. If they don't watch it, then I'll just say it again. Your attacks will always hit. It just depends on how much. Well, you're gonna roll a d20 and that's your damage. All right.
Oof.
Let's give the beast a good 30 HP. So you just took away 6 of it. The beast strikes back and let's see what it rolls. Oh. Uh
Heck.
I'm gonna say that you and the beast both have the same amount of health considering, you know, you are the beast. So it did 14 damage. Wow. That's not taking into consideration any armor you're wearing though, which will be another thing too. It's not exactly D&D dead. Uh so it strikes and it deals that much damage to you. What do you do now?
Every single fight that we have, I always end up losing in the end. So why tell me to fight?
Who says that you always lose in the end? I merely said we've had this fight multiple times.
As if I remember who wins and who loses.
Then, all of a sudden, from an inner voice, like your sister's voice comes out again and says, maybe it's time to finally accept the beast. And live on with it.
Tefi turns her back to the beast and she looks up at one of the cave walls and at no one in particular just says, why? Why should I accept it killed you? That was the last thing I wanted anything to happen. Why?
Because it's your disregard for the beast that gives you pain.
I don't want the same thing that happened to you happen to them.
There you go again. Trying to think that it will happen again.
What if it does? And I can't stop. You saw. You know what happened.
You can't be at peace until you accept it.
I was uneasy in that cave, you know. I knew something was wrong. And then I turned. Lucky for me, I'd only went for the.
Pretty sure you said crystals, but it cut off right as you said it.
Ah, dang it. And yes, I did.
Good. Discord isn't very good for voice acting things, is it? Well, of course not.
From what I know, they fought a dragon
Well,
while I was out.
no, this is
Eh,
happening during their time in the cave, so this is the time. This is during the time that you're passed out.
from what I know as of right now, I can feel things. But I don't know what's going on. Can smell something. But again, I don't know. With a frustrated sigh, Tefi strikes a wall. Why should I accept this thing when all it's brought me is destruction?
The beast kind of turns humanoid now and puts out its hand. If we work together, maybe we can make things better instead of worse.
Tefi warily stares at the hand. Slowly reaches her own hand out. She doesn't quite clasp. She's very close to doing so before she looks straight at it and says, if I am to trust you now, what will you do?
If you trust me, I promise what happened to your sister won't happen again.
How do I know?
You're talking to yourself. You can trust yourself, can't you?
At this point, I'm not.
Listen, I'm sorry for everything that's happened. We can't change the past, but we can help mold the future into something better. And right now, your friends need you. And as long as you keep denying your acceptance, then you're going to be stuck here.
Tefi warily stares at the hand again before clasping it.
And then the beast pulls you in for a hug. And that's where you wake up. You no longer feel as though you have to be wary of the night or the cave. In fact, the cave no longer affects you. On the ground, there's a little tiny crystal that, even in the smallest dose, it would turn you into a beast, but it doesn't. So here, I'm gonna say you've gained two things. For instance, as a memory of this cave, you take the little crystal and turn it into a necklace, and you also gain the ability to control the beast within, which will give you a times 2 damage multiplier. There you go.
Dang. Feral mode under control, apparently.
Yes! And it will become very useful, seeing how I'm changing up the system. This was a very quiet episode. Let's hope that the
Indeed.
other solo sessions aren't nearly as quiet.
Or as emotional.
Well, they're all gonna be. I'm gonna try and make them emotional.
Oh, heck.
Like, to try and build your guys' characters is something that is important. So getting people emotionally invested is very important as well. So thank you guys for watching. Bye now.